morning, children. We are here again to continue with our lessons. Today we are going to lesson 9. But before we go to lesson 9, let's first of all look at this number which was in activity 8. Okay? Then from there we shall go to our lesson 9. So today we are beginning with this correction. The question is, find the area of the figure below. Use pi equals 3.14. This is the figure, and in the figure they have given us the radius. How do we find the area of the semicircle when the radius of 20 centimeters is given with the pi of 3.14? So we say area equals, we're supposed to write this, area equals a half, 1 out of 2 pi r squared. We substitute, this is a half times the pi of 3.14 times the radius of 20 centimeters times 20 centimeters. So we shall come down and make this a vulgar fraction. Come down and have 1 out of 2 times 314 out of 100 times 20 centimeters times 20 centimeters. Follow step by step. Make sure you don't leave out any step. Like in exams, you may leave out a step, and yet is that very step that they are awarding a mark. So never skip any step. We shall now go ahead and we simplify, okay? So we shall have this by 2 once, okay? By 2 here we shall have 10. 0 will go with 0. This 0 will go with that 0, okay? So here we shall remain with 1 times 314 times 1 centimeter times 2 centimeters, okay? And this one here, if we multiply 314 times 1, you get the same, times 2, what do you get? Times 2. 2 times 4, 8. 2 times 1 is 2. 2 times 3 shall have 6. So the answer, the area of our semicircle is 628 square centimeters. So this is the area of our semicircle. Okay? So for today, in lesson 9, we are going to look at finding area of more shapes. Finding area of more shapes. Let's have our example 1. Here is our subheading for today. The question is, find the area of the figure below. Use pi of 22 out of 7. Here is our figure. They are asking for the area of the whole of it. If you look at this figure, what do you see? There is no formula. There is no one formula that you can state to help you find the area of this figure, the way you are seeing it. So what do? We shall first of all identify the figures which are in it. Here, I'm seeing a quadrant. I'm seeing a quadrant, a rectangle, and a quadrant. So, for you to find the area of this figure, you are going to find the area of this quadrant. Then you get the area of this quadrant. First get the area of this quadrant. Get the area of this rectangle. Then you also get the area of this quadrant. After getting all those areas, add them. The answer you will get will be the area for the whole figure. Okay? This is what I'm talking about. I'll first of all find the area of this quadrant. If this is 14, even this will be 14. And this 15 begins from here and it ends there. This is 15 centimeters, the length of the rectangle. So I'll begin by getting the area of the quadrant. This first quadrant here. And I will say area of the quadrant is 1 out of 4 pi r squared. This will be 1 out of 4 times the pi of 22 out of 7 times the radius of the quadrant, which is 14 centimeters times 14 centimeters. Okay? From there we shall, after reaching there, we shall now simplify. By 2 here, we shall have 2. By 2, 11. By 2 once. By 2, 7. By 7, once. By 7, once. So when we count down here, we shall have 1 times 11 times 1 centimeter times 14 centimeters. When we multiply 11 times 14, what do we get? 11 times 14. What we have here? 4 times 1 is 4. 4 times 1 is 4. 1 times 1 is 1. 1 times 1 is 1. What do we get here? 4, 5, 1. Okay? So the area of one quadrant is 154 square centimeters. That is the area of one quadrant. This is the area of one quadrant, or the area of this quadrant. Remember, if you look at this quadrant and this quadrant, they are the same. So what do I mean? If the area of this quadrant is 154 square centimeters, even the area of this quadrant will be 154 square centimeters. Okay? So we shall come here and say area of 2 quadrants. Area of 2 quadrants. One quadrant is 154 square centimeters plus If this one is 154, even this one will be 154 square centimeters because they are the same. Let me hope we are together. So this we shall say plus 154 square centimeters. And when we add, what we get? We shall get 308 square centimeters. I will emphasize this. This 154 square centimeters is the area of this quadrant. Plus 154 square centimeters is for this quadrant. Why? Because they are the same, therefore they have the same areas. Go ahead and find the area of a rectangle. Area of a rectangle. Area equals length times width. The length of the rectangle is 15 centimeters plus the width of the rectangle is 14 centimeters. The length is 15 times the width of 14 centimeters. Come down and multiply 15 times 14. What do we get? 4 times 5 is 20. Write 0 and carry 2. 4 times 1 is 4 plus 2, 6. 1 times 5 is 5. 1 times 1 is 1. So from there you add. What do you get here? 0, 1. If this is 11, write 1 and carry 1. And we shall write here 2. So this is 200 and 210. So the area of our rectangle is 210 square centimeters. Now we are now going to get the area of the whole figure. The two quadrants have the area of 308 square centimeters, and the area of the rectangle is 210. So you shall come here and say area of the figure equals 308 square centimeters plus 210 square centimeters. When we add 308 plus 210, what do we get? This is 8, this is 1, this is 5. So we shall have 518 square centimeters. This is the area of our figure. Number 2. Number 2. Calculate the area of the figure below. Use pi. Use pi equal 3.14. They want to find the area of this figure. In this figure, we have 2 figures which are in that figure. Let me hope you get me there. Here we have a right angled triangle, and then here we have a semicircle. So those 2 figures make one figure which they're asking for. They want us to get its what? Area. So how do we get the area of this, the whole of this figure? We shall first get the area of the triangle. After that, we shall go on and find the area of the semicircle. Then we add those areas to get the area of the whole figure. This is what I'm talking about. We shall say area of a triangle, and the area of a triangle, we say area equals a half times base times height. This is a half times the base of this right angle triangle is 8 centimeters times the height of 6 centimeters. Okay? The height is 6. This is what we call the height. The height is supposed to be perpendicular to the base line. Don't call this 10 to be the height. 10 is called the hypotenuse. Okay? So we shall go on and simplify. By 2 once, by 2, 4. Here we shall have 1 times 4 centimeters times 6 centimeters. When we multiply 4 times 6, we shall have 24 square centimeters. So that is the area of a triangle. Shall also come down and get the area of a semicircle. Area of a semicircle equals 1 out of 2 pi r squared. Let's substitute 1 out of 2 times pi. The pi given is 3.14. Okay? 3.14 times the radius. If you look at this 10 here, this semicircle is like this with the diameter of 10 centimeters. But if you come to our formula, we need the radius. So for us to get the radius, we get the diameter and divide by 2. We have looked at this. Times 10 centimeters out of 2. Okay? In the next step, make this a Baruga fraction. We shall have 1 out of 2 times 314 out of 100 times 10 out of 2 centimeters times 10 out of 2 centimeters. From there, we are now going to simplify. By 2 here once, 3 by 2, 1 remainder, 1. Make 1 there to put 1 there to make 11. 11 by 2, we shall have 5. Remaining 1 to make 14. 14 by 2, we shall have 7. By 2, once by 2, we shall have 5. By 2, once by 2, 5. So, reserve the zeros. They will help you get the answer very fast. So, we shall have 1 times 157 times 5 centimeters times 5 centimeters out of 100. If you multiply all the denominators. 5 times 5 shall have 25. 157 times 25. What do we get? 5 times 7 shall have 35. Right here 3. 5 times 5, 25 plus 3, 28. Right here 8 and carry 2. 5 times 1. 5 times 1 is 5. Plus 2, 7. 2 times 7, 14. Write 4 and carry 1. 2 times 5, 10. Plus 1, 11. Write 1, carry 1. 2 times 1 is 2. Plus 1, 3. What do you get here? This is 5. This is 12. Write 2, carry 1. This is 9, 3. So, the area of the semicircle is 3,925 square centimeters out of 100. Here we say the number of the zeros in the denominator determines the number of decimal places you are going to have. So here the area of our semicircle is 39.25 square. So this is the area of this semicircle. So how do you get the area of the whole figure? Area of the figure equals, we shall get the area of the triangle, which is 24 square centimeters, plus the area of the semicircle. And therefore we shall have 24 square centimeters, the area of the triangle, plus 39.25 square centimeters. So let's add and see. 24 plus 39.25. What do you get here? This is 5. This 2. This is 13. 3. So we shall get 63.25. The area of this figure is 63.25 square centimeters. Example 3 is the last. Here we are. Example 3. Example 3. Calculate the area of the figure below. The figure is here. Still we have in this figure we have three figures in it. We have a semicircle, we have a rectangle, and then a semicircle. And remember, these semicircles are the same. So if you get the area of this semicircle, it will be the same as the area for that semicircle. Why? Because they are the same. So we shall begin by getting the area of a semicircle. That is one semicircle. So here we shall say area equals a half pi r squared. This, it will be a half times the pi given of 22 out of 7 times the radius, but they have given us the diameter here. So this will be 14 out of 2 centimeters times 14 centimeters out of 2. I'm dividing by 2 because 14 is diameter. For us to have the radius, divide the diameter by 2. Okay? So we shall now divide by 2 once, by 2 11, by 7 once, by 7 2, by 2 once, by 2 once, by 2 once, by 2 7. So we shall have here 1 times 11 times 1 centimeter times 7 centimeters. So the area of one semicircle is 77 square centimeters. Okay? Remember, I said this semicircle and this semicircle, they are the same. If this semicircle is 77 square centimeters, even this one is 77 square centimeters. So I'll say area of 2 semicircles. They will give us 77 square centimeters plus 77 square centimeters. 77 plus 77 shall have 154 square centimeters. Then we go to area of a rectangle. Area of a rectangle, this is the rectangle I'm talking about. And the rectangle is having length and then width. So area equals the length times width. The area of this rectangle and the length of this rectangle is 20 centimeters times the width of 14 centimeters. When you multiply 20 times 14, what we get? We shall have 280 square centimeters. Now, we are now going to the area of the figure. Area of the figure equals 154, the area of 2 semicircles, square centimeters plus the area of the rectangle, which is 180 square centimeters. So 154 plus 280. What do you get? 4 plus 0 is 4. 5 plus 8 is 13. Write 3 and carry 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. 2 plus 2 is 4. So the area of this figure is 434 square centimeters. So class, that marks the end of our examples. I want to give you some work, the activity, and you try it. Try that work and send it to me through WhatsApp and I look at it. Thank you for listening.